I'll hire one person who watches all of the videos. It's one person and another person who makes all the videos that we're watching, and we have a special guest on the channel today.
Yeah?
And you guessed it right. It is Sean Daniel.
Hey guys, it's me. I was actually like, who is it? Who's the guest? Oh, it's me. I'm the guest.
I was going to say Rick Beato.
Yeah, Rick. I'm aging into it. I'll get there with a little more studying. I'll get there.
Well, I think like you're already there with greatness. You've always been great, and you still are maintaining greatness, Sean. So,
Dude, it's tough. It's tough. It's tougher than people think. That's for sure.
Actually, NAMM is coming up, so we'll have our class reunion again.
I can't wait to see everybody.
Yeah,
I love it.
yeah. We're gonna take very many awesome pictures with very many people that show themselves on YouTube.
We were kind of the black sheep of the class, you know?
Of the class.
A little too cool for school.
Like where you sit in the back and you're late for the class, I
like,
suppose.
you know, throwing papers up, hitting people in the back of the head.
Are we the bullies?
No,
Okay, yeah, okay,
the cool guys.
The cool guys.
The cool
Okay,
guys. Yeah, that's it.
NAMM, yeah. But today, even though we are looking towards the future and the greatness that we will be able to embrace from other participants of NAMM and reinvigorate ourselves in our spiritual vessel
It is, yeah.
with greatness.
That's it.
Today we have ourselves an unboxing.
Almost like a pre-NAMM.
It's a pre-NAMM.
speak.
It's sort of it's sort of like this mutual cohabitation with companies sending you stuff and you opening the box and then what's in the box and then showing, and also affiliate link in the description. Please click. We get a percentage from that.
Yeah. We do?
Well, it's the collective we.
Oh, the collective. I see. Okay, the royal we. Yes, he's also involved. Yeah,
Thank you, our producer.
Great, excellent.
Program. Yeah. So.
What do we got? Let's see.
We have a box.
This. I smell candy in that box.
It's definitely candy.
Is that what I think it is?
Because it came from Fort Wayne, Indiana. Sweetwater.
Left my heart in Fort Wayne.
You left your heart. I tell you what, I left my heart in Fort Wayne too, at the Takaoka hibachi place where they sing Happy Birthday. We have to go.
You are like a regular there whenever you're there.
When I came back there in September, the general manager, she was like, "Why are you back here? Why are you in Fort Wayne again?"
Dang, it was like that?
Yeah,
it's kind of sad.
Yeah, well,
she was disappointed in you.
Yeah,
you were the one that made it out.
Yeah, I was the chosen one. I was supposed to not come back. But hey,
the younglings.
Fort Wayne has Sweetwater. It's the ever-expanding community and the facility of music gear that provides music gear to every. I'm trying.
Quite the description.
I'm trying. Help me out. You can feel free to interrupt at any point. The gear and joy to everyone.
Gear and joy. There's a slide.
Is it?
You know?
Yes,
Slide's
it does
fun.
have a slide.
Go check it out.
It has a cafeteria and a store.
And it's got my boys Josh and Ryan.
That one too.
Most importantly, my fellas.
Yes.
Love them. In fact, I love them so much we're thinking about buying property there.
Yes. Link in the description to a Zillow house.
We're gonna crowdfund it. If you want me and Davy to live in Fort Wayne, Indiana.
So check out the Zillow listing in the description and let us know in the comments if you would crowdfund this sort of Graceland type of community hangout for gearheads, nerds, and YouTubers.
Yeah, mostly just us, but you know, we're not just gonna let anyone.
I'm just like picturing the reaction because it's like, you know, so many square feet. It's all of the square feet. It's just basically most of Fort Wayne.
Listen, I don't need a lot of square feet. You've seen my place out here.
But as long as it's rectangular, I think we're fine.
Yeah, for sure.
It's comfortable. It's comfortable.
Rectangular square feet.
Yes. So it's a box. Then this box is also rectangular.
Oh, that's right.
You
what
see?
A segue.
What a
pro. For that one person who's still watching the video after the 10-minute nonsense rambling intro.
It's about the mineral ad.
It is.
Never forget the mineral ad.
Right, I love it.
What if the insert mineral ad is like a Rick Beato ad?
Very, very well could be.
Remember
Paul Davids?
Or Paul Davids.
I've had Paul Davids interrupt my videos before.
That's just...
And I'm like, I get it.
Is that rude or is that grace?
It's graceful when Paul does it, because he's a graceful man.
Yes, Paul, indeed.
Like, if it was like Samurai Guitarist or something, I'd be like, oh, gosh. I'd just quit the platform.
It's like a visceral reaction.
It's like, I need to like wash my hands after I see one of his videos. It's rough. Get the Canadian stench off of me. Yeah.
Well, I have good news.
Yeah, what's...
This box did not come from Canada. Another segue. You see how creative?
We're back to the box. You keep wanting to unbox this box in this unboxing video.
Unbox it!
That's
The audience is voting to unbox it. We're doing it. And you get a car! And you get a car! Should we have a Tom Cruise freak out where we both jump on the couch and like yell?
It's not our couch. But, you know, it's... Producer nixed that one.
That's it. That's not happening.
Sorry.
That's not possible in the video.
I like it. I like this new flavor of unboxing, where like the last one, where you opened it and never really played it, which was a guitar.
Hold on.
It's
It's gonna get redemption in this video.
Is this the next evolution where we just never actually open the box? Like
That'd be good though.
This is like some new.
To hold the
This. Oh.
Anyways, about this box.
Is it time?
It's like a diminished chord that
is
never
it
gets
time
resolved.
already?
So,
yeah.
So check this out, Sean. You got me into the pedal game
I did.
back in 2018
Yeah.
with Slow from Walrus Audio.
Yeah,
I think that's what was the catalyst.
That was it. It was a reverb. It was a sweet sound reverb, and you were like, "Ooh, your life was never the same."
Oh God.
Yeah, put the box down. We're gonna need a minute.
We're gonna need to take it in.
And then it went a step beyond that when we started investing.
Investing. Sean, please tell them about the greatest investment of 2019, the Chase Bliss
Generation Loss. He was over, and at that moment, I got an alert that was like, "Hey, Chase Bliss just dropped a new pedal. We should buy it."
Limited edition, a collaboration with another pedal company.
Yeah. And it was like, this isn't like your regular just gear. It's like, this is an investment. And so we bought it. Lucky we did it just at that moment because it sold out lickety split.
Yes.
And now that pedal's worth like double or something.
No, it's back to the same what we.
But there was a time.
In 2019 or 2020.
We could have
It was 1,000
for a great profit. We could have had a great profit.
Like what? 400% profit.
Yeah, it would have been awesome.
Yeah. And now it's back to what we paid for it. And now it's used. So I already put Velcro on mine.
Listen, that's why we need to start investing in Fort Wayne real estate, because everything else is so volatile.
If you know any real estate brokers in Indiana, Fort Wayne area, call us today. 1-800 Ask Sean and Dovy.
I love it. I knew it was going to be my number. Oh man, I feel like there was something else we were supposed to talk about in this video. What else?
The box!
Oh, the box! Speaking of,
I just
speaking of,
this is, dude, your couch is soft in the back. When I do the thing, wow, this is
the thing. Is
well,
that what you call it, your move when you explode backwards?
Yeah.
Enjoy. Yeah, it's also not my couch, but
the pedals.
yeah, allegedly there's pedals in this box.
So I've been using in all of my shows and live looping things like a multi-effects thing, because then I thought, okay, the pedal board grew larger and larger to the point where it's 21 pedals and probably like 50 pounds.
It's a lot
in weight with like a double-decker thing, and I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna use multi-effects. And you know what I've learned from multi-effects?
What's that?
That you can sound like anyone. You can sound like that particular guitar solo from that particular year record released by that band, or you can sound like this one guy when he recorded that thing in the studio. But what if you want to sound like yourself?
Out of luck. There's no preset for yourself.
Yeah,
yet.
And so I discovered a unique combination of pedals, and in my venture that started in 2018 with Slow, and then developed into like borderline sort of like a Bitcoin craze, but in the form of pedals.
Sure.
I've discovered the unique combination of pedals and unique sounds and configuration that even with modern day multi-effects units, you can't really replicate it.
No kidding. This is like your creation, essentially.
This is like essentially like I stumbled upon something and I'm like, I hit up our good friends at Sweetwater Sound. could you help me out? I'm building a minimalistic pedal board that I'm gonna like bring to all my gigs.
Okay.
Because the big one is at the studio, and I'm just like using it for the studio stuff.
Got it.
But this is like the minimalistic pedal board of everything that I would ever need in live shows, and
Just the hits.
and just nothing else. I don't need anything else.
Cool.
So we're gonna unbox it, and Sean's gonna react and overreact.
I love it. So stay tuned for that in the next video.
I went to the bathroom and you guys haven't even unboxed the thing.
This is how it works. This is the new season.
Getting that watch time.
This is the new season
Love it.
of The Valley Girl.
Look at you using the knife like a...
Well,
That
it was provided by the producer,
That's right.
and we are also insured. We have the health insurance here, and we are in the state of California. When we were back in the state of Florida, Sean, where Florida man lives, we
Yep.
were opening boxes really wildly.
It was, yeah. It was, exactly. It was a reflection upon the scene that we lived in.
Like the last unboxing I did, some people complained in the comments, why did the box did not explode when I threw it off camera? Because in Florida, every time,
It's a Florida thing.
well, in the state of California, such explosions are known to cause unboxing defects. And
Answer.
Yeah. Yeah, it's written on the box.
it's written on the box.
Actually, yeah.
So we cannot explode it. So check. This is
Oh,
so
look how nicely
packed.
packed they've done. That's what I was gonna say. I was like, oh,
This is like very nice.
Great.
So what do we begin with? I don't even know what we begin with. Is this is a box.
oh,
Okay, so
JHS.
Check this out. This is my favorite overdrive, and this is part of my signature sound.
This is the Paul Gilbert. The Dovydas signature is Paul Gilbert.
It has a shoe. It has a shoe on it. So if you play shoegaze, it actually voids warranty.
Oh, that's tough.
That's what Paul Gilbert said himself.
Oh, he said that?
If you play shoegaze on it, it will void warranty.
Okay. This is a pretty cool pedal.
So it's a really nice pedal, and you're gonna hear exactly how it's like interacting with other combinations of pedals that are not really possible. And I've tried in almost every multi-FX guitar unit that I have to replicate the way it behaves, and I could not find that overdrive. Oh
Interesting.
Yeah, it's like Joshua Heath Smith from JHS. Like he came up with a circuit, and you've had their the Colorbox V2
Yes.
preamp, and then a bunch of other ones, and then it's like his unique, let's call it, handwriting of wiring a circuit.
Okay.
It's like does not exist in multi-FX units. So that's one pedal.
That's how we
That's
begin.
my sort of like overdrive choice. Then for reverb,
Ooh, yeah.
I think this is the reverb. Do we need to cut it again?
I don't think so. I think it slips.
It should slide
It's
out.
like this, right?
Wow.
This is a cool packaging.
Encyclopedia.
UA. Yeah. It's just like an encyclopedia.
This is the nicest reverb out of all the pedals I've ever used. I don't know.
kidding.
I don't know which one's your favorite, but like for stereo stuff, because it has stereo in, stereo out.
Right?
Universal Audio,
There we go.
Golden.
Maybe-
Actually, we met them at the
Yeah.
Beer Fest.
Shout out Rob. Cool guy. Yeah, these pedals are really great. I've got the AC31, which is so the Ruby, I think it's called. Awesome pedal. There we go. Stereo reverb. Love it.
Don't they like primarily? They're like software company. Universal Audio.
Well, they started out as like really hardware.
Okay,
stuff.
hardware.
They make software now too, and they have like their DAW and like a lot of plugins and stuff. But I think their like Apollo stuff is probably like the best interface. It's probably what they're most known for now, I guess. That and the 1177.
1176 LA2A.
Yeah.
LA3A. Get it together.
610.
History.
Yeah, but you don't think that Apollo is more their thing now than the
Oh, now? Yeah.
now.
This is their thing now.
Yeah, now
These
now
pedals
it's,
are dope.
now it's this.
Yeah.
Thank you, producer.
Thank you, producer. And then
Love it.
so we're gonna probably unbox
next?
this last.
Oh.
Let's see. What else do we have? What is this?
Oh,
this
the
is a
Empress.
compressor.
Yeah.
So it's like, okay, in your signal chain, I like putting that before the drive, and you'll see once we like wire up the pedal board and run it through its paces, what it's gonna do. This is like their Mark II. This is my favorite compressor.
Who introduced you to this compressor?
Who's using? What?
Who introduced you to this compressor?
A gentleman from Florida
Yeah.
that lives actually right now in Los Angeles, no longer in
Hey.
Sarasota, Florida.
Hey.
And wait, he's sitting right next to
Hey,
me.
it's me.
It's a me.
There's another one there. Sean.
Sean Daniel.
Sean, yeah. I've got the V1. I've never tried the V2, but this
V2.
This is the one.
It's like,
Yeah.
think of it as an engine. There's the V4 and then there's the V6. So V2 is like a V6 to a V4.
You want to check this out?
Let me see this.
What are you looking at?
Does it got game reduction on it?
It has like,
Yeah, I think so.
Oh.
All right.
It's got game reduction.
it has everything.
You need that.
Yes.
Yeah, it's got the LEDs, so you
need
can
the game
see.
reduction
It like does the
Yes.
thing. If you play like really chugga, it looks like Christmas.
There you go. I love it. You're recreating a holiday. Look at that. Oh, I know that.
You know this one?
Yeah.
This is delay.
It's another
Stereo delay. I'll let you unbox it.
Really?
It's like surprisingly a lot of Universal Audio. I've tried like so many pedals, and like Universal Audio for like a company that's not like primarily pedals. Like,
So
holy cow.
cool. It's a coaster that it comes with. That's nice. I've never tried this though. The delay.
I've watched YouTube videos of it. I've never tried this one either.
Yeah, cool.
But hey, if they're like reverb and their
Stereo.
other thing is like really cool.
All right. Love it. Man, what a haul.
And then it's like I like the JHS PG14 and it's like EQ'd very particularly because Paul Gilbert has like a major tinnitus in certain frequencies.
Really?
Yeah.
Did not know that. Interesting.
So he has like certain frequency deafness by my estimation or interpretation. And so it's not really my EQ. So I asked for EQ.
Oh, so it's Empress again, same company that made the compressor.
The compressor, yeah.
Never seen this before.
So check this out. With this EQ, you can like really like scoop the Q. Because like you see the
There you go.
shapes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, this is super. I've never seen this. This is awesome.
Yeah. So
Love
it's
this.
like, okay, we're really gonna like scoop the EQ and make it sound the way I wanna, hear it. you know?
Perfect.
And then what's our amplifier?
I don't know. What do
This
we
is our amplifier.
What? Oh, the Dream. This is like the Fender clone,
Yes,
right? Is that
like
what
a
this is?
65, yeah.
Oh, nice.
And that's the amp.
I love that. So again, this is also stereo, right?
Yes, stereo
all the-
in, stereo out, yeah.
So what is how are you gonna arrange these?
Well, we will know in this video when we wire it up.
Cool.
And what are we gonna power it with? Check
I have
this
no
out.
idea.
This is the best power supply for any pedal board.
The future power generation?
Yeah, by Seox.
I have not
or
heard of
Keox,
this.
Or you might want to use a knife. We're no longer in Florida.
You got it? Oh man. Look at this. Wow.
So
where'd you hear about this one?
I think I met them
Yeah?
at one of NAM's, and check this out. So like you can like change the thing to have a different voltage.
Okay, so you can determine which one.
Yeah.
It is.
And remember when you told me that Universal Audio pedals, they like draw exceptionally lot.
They're hungry pedals.
They're 100 pedals.
Yeah.
So check this out. For 9 volts, it goes up to 660 of something.
Milliamps probably.
Milliamps
I'm
probably, yeah.
assuming.
So no matter how hungry your pedals are.
Huh.
The small package, dude. Yeah.
Wow, awesome. Heck yeah.
And last but not least, Sean,
The candy.
Sweetwater candy.
You know who really loves that candy? The producer loves the candy.
Really?
That's going right to our guy.
Okay.
Unless you want it, 'cause I don't. Tough.
That was tough. And now we're gonna use the magic of editing to just skip into the future of a fully pre-wired pedal board to hear it.
We did it. We set it up.
It's wired up, velcroed down, tied in,
Look at
and
it. It looks great.
this is very nice. And room for some expansion if there's a need.
Yeah, right. Yeah, sure.
If there's, I don't think there's gonna be a need, but
Oh, I think you're done. I
No.
think you've acquired your last.
I think
pedal.
that's it.
I think that's it. Yep.
I think that's it. I think this is it. So let me tell you about the signal chain.
I would love to hear it.
We start with a compressor,
Okay.
and as the producer informed us in between takes,
Yes.
this is some like next level stuff right here.
High pass filter side chain.
Yeah.
Did I say that right?
You did.
Okay.
So essentially,
Do you want to explain it?
What's
Want
the
me to explain it?
TLDR? Yeah, sure.
yeah.
You want to come in here and explain
yeah.
it?
Yeah.
Here, you can take my spot. I'll sit in the chair. Get some Sweetwater candy.
This is Brian, the producer.
I was very excited about this pedal because this is something you normally only see on studio compressors, studio gear, and things like that, like bus compressors and stuff like that. There's a sidechain input, and what it means is like that's what the compressor is listening to. So there's an EQ that you can adjust that says ignore the low frequencies of the compressor. And why that's cool with guitars, when you palm mute, there's a ton of low end that comes from palm muting that's not in any other sort of form of playing guitar. It's not in your sort of licks, open chords, that kind of thing. Creates a ton of bass and low frequencies. This you can switch between, I think it's 120 and 240. So you can basically, you're telling it to ignore everything below those frequencies. So it's a little bit more balance between your palm mute chugga-chugs and your solos and everything like that. So it kind of evens out the compression process from rhythm to lead playing. It also has you can set the ratio too, from 2 to 1 to 4 to 1 to 10 to 1. That's like how much compression that's happening. It's typically, you would not see that in a guitar pedal, so super cool.
So for like stuff like this, Brian, if I want to do like... What would be my ideal compressor settings?
Well, so right now what you've got going on, I mean, if the compressor is really working hard, so we're doing a sidechain at 240. If we turn the sidechain off, you get way more compression from the chugga-chugs than you would from the solos. So you can just see that visually when he chugs, it's just diving really, really hard. When you're playing the single notes, it's kind of up around there, right? And we can adjust the input to kind of create how much interaction's happening. But when we switch it to 240, go ahead and play again, you're going to get less. It's not diving as hard when you chug, and you're almost getting no diving, and it's all about tone, like what you're trying to achieve out of it. It's just another option. That's why it's an option. It's not like it's not like a right way or a wrong way. It's just sort of like you would switch that in and out based on how you were playing. You could kind of play with it and go like, oh, I really like how that's reacting, and you know. The analog in a mix is like if you had a mix with a lot of heavy bass drum, you might use a sidechain on your compressor so that the mix doesn't react so much to all the low frequencies of the bass drum that's taking over the mix. It reacts to more of the other stuff in the mix. And this is sort of the same thing. It's just sort of chugs versus riffs kind of thing.
Nice.
And that's why it's kind of cool. You can kind of mess with it and dial it in to taste.
It's beautiful. Wow. Thanks, Brian.
The more you know.
Round of applause for Brian, the producer.
What a guy. What a guy. Check out his Sweetwater candy reviews online.
Yes! Tootsie.
He does really, really great work over there.
Tootsie.
10 out of 10. But not a YouTube 10 out of 10, an actual 10
out of 10. Yeah.
On YouTube, that'd be a 1 out of 10?
Yeah, your last 10 videos. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah, number 1 out of 10. Yes.
Anyways, back to the pedal board. Transitioning.
So that was just one pedal.
That was one.
That's mind-blowing. Like, you and I, pedal connoisseurs, we didn't know half the stuff that Brian told us
it's
about
amazing, right? How about that? That's why it's good to know the real ones. So after that? After
that, we go to the GHS shoe, Paul Gilbert PG-14. Then from that, as I was mentioning earlier to Sean, that has a very particular EQ, this particular pedal, because of Paul Gilbert and the way he hears frequencies. So then we're adding a EQ pedal, power EQ, which also can act as a boost, has like a boost thing. So if it's not like we need more volume, oh, you hear the hiss immediately. There's that, but we're not going to do more volume. And then from power EQ to the amp, from amp to delay, and then reverb, and then out.
Real quick, so EQ pedal-wise, what are you doing to your signal? Or does this depend on the venue?
Yeah, because you actually, like, just like you're tuning your instruments to whatever song you're playing. If it's going to be dad rock, you know, then your choice of instruments and the tones. Or if it's going to be, like, outlaw cat country,
that's my favorite.
You're going to do banjo 6, and the banjo 6 has a very particular EQ.
It does. Mm-hmm.
So just like you're tuning your stuff for the audience, you also, like, depends on the venue. High ceiling, low ceiling, metal walls, wooden walls, treated, untreated, you know.
Cool.
And the way it bounces back at you, you know. So it's like literally like for this room, it's like I'm hearing it like that, you know, the way I kind of like just a little bit more highs, and maybe like, you know, cut the mids, depending also, you know, what I would be playing.
Sounds great in the D'Angelico.
Yeah, this is a D'Angelico. What is this?
XSS? I'm not sure which one they.
It's
or is that a mini DC? Is that the mini DC?
Mini DC.
Oh, XL mini. Yes.
And then
Gotcha.
Yeah, that's the one.
Mini DC.
Yeah, and then we have ourselves a pedal board, and essentially I can play like an entire show with just a combination of these sounds.
I love it.
So
6.
Yeah, just 6.
Banjo 6.
Banjo 6, pedal 6.
Mm-hmm.
Talk about how the amp, you're replacing the amp entirely.
Yeah, there's no amp.
This is direct in.
This is a direct in, and this is our amp. And normally you would like run the pedals into the amp, and the problem with like doing that, the cab EQ will colorize the delay, the reverb. It'll be like, you know, telephone. It'll just like, that's it. It'll cut it off. I don't like that. I like running all the necessity things into the amp, and then out of the amp, post amp delay and reverbs, you know, so it doesn't get colorized.
All your time-based effects come after
Yeah.
the cabinet.
Yeah.
Yeah, like you would in a mix, like how you would mix it.
Exactly.
You know?
Yeah. You would, you know, put it post. Yeah. And this is no overdrive. This is just a compressor into the amp.
That's awesome.
And then what I was telling you, Sean and Brian, like how most multi-effects units, you can sound like anyone, but you can't really sound yourself. So with this one, what I found with like Paul Gilbert pedal, it's like almost creates like you're pushing the amp, and you're gonna like push the speaker to the point where it's gonna rip, but it sounds like that, but it's all in the pedals. Give it a try and like really dig in with the pick, and you're fighting with the amp.
Can I just? Oh, you dabble. Yeah, that's crazy. Reminds me kind of the Fuzz Factory that I have.
Okay.
But it's not just like a fuzz. Hey, you're totally right. That's a unique thing.
Yeah, and I could not find that in any multi-effects unit.
I love it, dude.
Yeah.
The reason for that is that the interaction that you're having right now is completely analog, and so you're actually sort of overdriving that circuit, and it's creating a very unique analog style of clipping. A multi-effects is going to be a completely digital environment, so it's going to convert your guitar to analog to digital, and it's going to work within that space. And so it's very hard to get these sort of like over the edge, like just beyond the beyond.
Yeah.
That's what that sounds like to me. You're like beyond the beyond. You're like, oh my,
It's too much.
It's like over, like it's like it's unable to cope with the amount of signal. And that's kind of an analog domain specialty. And that's why you're, with a multi-effects, because you're kind of entering a digital environment without having to go through and gain stage each individual sort of point to point. And most multi-effects don't even allow you to do that. It's just generally not possible to do in that space versus having an analog pedal that's then feeding into your amp
Right.
like that.
Mhm.
That's why you're getting kind of this like crazy reaction out of that.
Yeah.
The more you know.
And it kind of like coincides because like I was like doing, you know, like Amish Whip, 89 plus, kind of like Post Malone. Oh, I'm gonna like do Post Malone. I'm gonna be like very polished, very kind of like whatever. And then, you know, I move here, you move here, and then my kind of like taste and perception of what I want to do with my music is like changed.
Yeah.
So it's like that struggle against sound. It kind of like coincides
With your inner struggle with an artist.
with like emotions, you know, of like how I want to like play music and how I want it to like not only sound when it comes to notes, but how I want it to feel when I play it.
Yeah, because there's a reaction.
There's a reaction.
It makes you want to go harder.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome. Fantastic.
So, all the important links in the description down below. Check out our producer Brian's candy reviews. Tootsie, 10 out of 10. Sean Daniel channel link in the description. Check out their Outlaw Cat album and documentary and music video. It's coming out very soon.
He might even make a cameo in it.
I might.
I've heard.
Or is it cameo or catio?
Oh.
We'll find out. Thanks to Sweetwater, too.
Thank you to Sweetwater, and we will see you at Gearfest if you're going to be at Gearfest at Sweetwater.
And definitely make sure you crowdfund our house before we get
Yes! I totally forgot about
Yeah,
that.
that's it.
I totally forgot about that.